is up, everyone? Welcome to No Cap Space. The whole squad is here because it is Selection Sunday. It's bracket time. Tyler, Andrew, Greer, Shawnee, all in the building. It's time to kick off March officially. We love conference tournaments. Conference tournaments are incredible, but there's a little something extra when it comes to the NCAA tournament. Win or go home. Just so you know what to be prepared for from No Cap Space. Obviously, we're live right now, reacting. Get used to that because we are live every single night of the NCAA tournament. We will have boots on the ground. Now that we know the top 16 seeds, which I hate, but now that we know that, we know we will be boots on the ground first and second rounds. We will be boots on the ground at both regionals. We will be boots on the ground at the Final Four, bringing you the best coverage both here live and boots on the ground. I'm locked in. Before we get into this, we got to shout out. Let's get it all out. Let's get it all out because not only can you use code NOCAP15 to get 15% off at home field, get really ready for the NCAA tournament, but make sure you subscribe here so you don't miss out on any of that. And of course, Super Chats get your message on the screen. We're going to live react to the bracket as it gets revealed, and then we're going to go back through. We're going to make our way back through on everything, and we will break it all down after the initial reactions. And of course, now is the time. Join the Discord. It's the best time. Become a member either here on YouTube or on NoCapSpaceWBB.com. And that's the place for the discourse. It's been going up already. It's already been fun during
conference. We had like a couple of new entries this week. People dropping in. I saw some emails asking for the link. I saw some people introducing themselves.
If you're in here in the chat, right now, if you're in the Discord, I see my guy Kentucky Rick in the chat. I know my dude Kentucky Rick. Like, we be in the Discord let the people know the Discord is the place to be. Okay, before we get fully into the bracketology here and everything that's about to go down, can I say I think revealing the top 16 seeds early is the dumbest thing ever. I already said it on the video. If anyone watched the live reaction, you can find that here on the YouTube as well. Terrible decision. Part of the fun here is figuring out who is hosting. That's part of what makes the women's side special. And they took it away from us. And I'm sick to my stomach. I'm still not over it. I'm really not.
Honestly, we should try Shams before the Hague. Like, it's his fault because now we don't get drafts without spoilers. Now we can't get Sweet 16 without spoilers. So, Ghost, that's my geopolitical take here. We gotta try Shams for war crimes he's created.
Wait, wasn't it Woj before he joined?
It was Woj. I think because wasn't Woj the one that had to use like all the different adjectives.
He was on Yahoo, but the draft rights were to 4 letters.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Come on, let's both of them.
This is lore. This is old school.
Wait.
Lore.
Should we give him 2 life sentences then?
Hey, so the Bonnies are not happy either with their basketball program.
Nobody's happy.
I was about to say Woj is having his own belter right now. No, I agree with you, Tyler. I don't like the top 16 reveal concept because also, if we're gonna be honest, I like from a programming perspective delineating the windows between like the men and the women. I personally like that. I don't think we necessarily have to be in a place where we feel they have to compete. They have to be on top of one another. I think having both of them in their own like afternoon. The late afternoon, I guess, window goes to the men and the late prime window goes to the women. I think you can just do that and build suspense. I don't think you need to do anything additional to try and compete with the fact that the Big Ten championship on the men's side is at 2:30 in the afternoon. So I don't know. I agree with you. I don't like it.
It sucks. It's stupid. I don't know whose decision it was. I blame Kathy Engelbert. I don't know. I don't know whose fault it is, but I know whose it could be. Until proven otherwise, I'm starting that nasty rumor. The show has officially started, everyone. I got the screen pulled up here. I'll be letting y'all know who gets in, where they get in. Obviously, trying to figure out, we know who the top 16 seeds are. We don't know the seeding. We don't know who the 5 seeds and where they're going. I think the most obvious aspect of this is that North Carolina seems to be the team that was able to get in over Kentucky. Kentucky Rick, I'm sorry to you, my dog. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's North Carolina has like a win this season. I don't like it. Like
it's drama.
And
we talk about Charlie Cream with this Easter fit, like in the midst of Lent right here.
Hold on,
Charlie rocking the pink.
I did see a
white gray pink combo. I love it.
He said, "I'm gonna control the weather and bring the heat."
He said, "How can we join the Discord?" That's a great question. If you become a member here on the YouTube or on No Cap Space WBB.com, not only do you get additional content that only the ball knowers get, but you get the invite to the Discord. It's the best time to do it. That's how you get in. You can find the link in the description. That's the place to be. That's the place to be. Yeah, he got the Easter fit on. He said it's his selection Sunday best. Like come on now. It's that time of year for Charlie. But are we okay? Messiest matchups possible before we get into it, or do we all just have like the candle prayer circle for Notre Dame at TCU?
1000%.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, that's.
I think it would be fun.
I mean, honestly, you give me that. You can give me anything else. I don't care. Just give me that one. I'm there.
You could give me a South Carolina LSU regional, technically. If you really wanted to kind of fudge around with some of like the who is in the collection of one seeds, like is South Carolina the first, second, or third, and who is the 2 seed? They could make it South Carolina LSU if they wanted to. So
can they wait? Is South Carolina OU possible?
Ooh,
only in the national championship. If South Carolina gets there,
is crazy.
If South Carolina gets there, you know what I mean?
Now wait 1 minute.
That's actually remarkable.
Wait 1 darn minute.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, come on, though, for real. It's TCU Notre Dame. Like that. Still, like, shout out to whoever was there recording in the stands that day.
Boy,
like
you captured lore that's going to live forever.
Number 1 seed Yukon.
Oh,
number 1 seed Yukon official.
How?
UCLA had a resume.
Okay.
There was a chance for it to be
UTSA. Let's go, Karen Aston's Roadrunners, baby.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
Great story.
You're ahead of me.
Great story this year. Oh, I'm Shams. Okay.
Yeah, thanks. You get your adjectives out.
Where's my
hey, yeah, hold on. You're not Woj? How
I need my morally dubious check, like Fabrizio Romano. Give me that Fabrizio Romano.
Hey,
money.
UTSA cheering like they just didn't get the store's death sentence is hilarious. By the way, like it's.
I love that for them though.
No,
man.
but that's real. Like,
the upset
that's
of Rice, like Rice lost 1 game all year in AAC play, and it was to UTSA on the last game of the season.
State.
Yep, I see that.
8-seed Iowa State going to scores. Audie Cooks, what are you prepared to do about it?
Oh, ooh, interesting. Syracuse at 9.
That's a fun one. That's
Iowa
fun
State,
matchup down
Syracuse in stores on Saturday. I like that one a lot.
UConn and Syracuse have played in the tournament. I can at least think of 2 times. I believe back in Paige's sophomore year or junior year, and that's when Felicia said that Paige was one of the best UConn players ever to walk through the building. And then again, back in the day with Stewie and Slim.
North Carolina is the 4. North Carolina
Sykes,
is the 4. Makes sense. North Carolina was the 16. North Carolina, I expectedly so. North Carolina was the 16 out of the top 16.
No, I'm sorry, Chris. Now you have your old Miss in Syracuse. Like, I don't like this.
Ooh, Western Illinois at the 13. Mia Castro, what are you prepared to do about it?
Maryland is the 5 to North Carolina's 4. Big.
Maryland did a 5. Maryland could be a plucky 5 , man. I don't know.
I think I'm picking Maryland in my bracket. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that ahead of time. I don't even go. Thank you. Yep. I mean, like we'll see.
But that's
we'll see in Fort Worth.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Murray State is the 12 seed to go along with Maryland.
Is that
There's no way Brenda and
Big
that.
Brenda ain't
I know,
allowed that.
I
Come
know it's
on.
Brenda. I know it's Brenda in March, but man, that Murray State team has 2 legit players on it, man. Like
Oh,
2
you like,
legit
cool?
players on it.
They cool.
Charnice Curry Jokes and Hallie
Not
Poo.
me, though. They cool. They not me though.
Maryland is a Sweet 16. That's a legit Sweet 16 trip they could make right there. I like that pod for them a lot, actually. Ohio State is a 3 seed here.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Howard gets the 14.
In the Yukon circuit?
Yeah.
Hold on, because now I'm about to get upset. They get the Yukon bracket. All right,
We're gonna get somebody's bracket.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
it was
the overall number one, like this is the issue we keep having year after year. We get sent to the buzzsaw. Shout out to the MEX
I think Ohio State's gonna take care of them pretty easily anyway, though.
Notre Dame 6. Notre Dame 6 going to Ohio State.
We lost the team.
We didn't get TCU.
Well, hold on. We might still get TCU, actually.
Hey, Jelani versus Hannah, though? Yes, please.
Yeah, but like
Fairfield is the 11 there. I mean, they haven't played.
No.
Fairfield hasn't been that team this year like that. I can really feel like they upset a power conference team or a high major, but they'll scare the crap out of Notre Dame here. I don't think they'll win, but they're going to do what they did against Indiana a couple years ago. They're going to ride with them for a half, and it's going to spook everybody.
I don't know.
Vandy 2 seed.
Vandy
and Yukon. Shay and Gino, baby.
Inevitable, right?
It was always going to be like this.
Yep.
It was always going to be like this.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Michaela
But
versus
honestly,
Sarah.
hang on. No shade to Vandy, like on the come up, but they have not won a first round game under Shay Ralph yet.
And that's what I'm trying to like, y'all. Yeah, like what are we doing here? Because like so far, this bracket is actually I'm about to protest.
Nah, I'm on the opposite side of this, Shawnee. I think this is a Hoopers region. This is awesome. You had Hannah Hidalgo, Jelani Cambridge, Michaela Blakes, Sarah Strong on the top end. I mean, Maryland's in there and UNC, so it's not like totally electric, but Maryland as a team is electric. I guess they're out Smichael and they had stars that got hurt this year.
Well, as a UConn fan,
I just love this. There's great cards here.
Is players from teams from all the other conferences that are so much better than the Big East. Show me some.
I'm ready. Illinois is a 7. Oh, give us a fun 10 here. Oh, my Buffs! We did it! We did it, Joe. Let's do it.
MRDU, let's go.
It's time. My Buffs did it, baby. JR, congratulations.
That's a fun one.
That's
Illinois,
a fun
Colorado. That's fun.
Oh,
I like that one.
That's so fun.
I like that one. That's a fun Fort Worth that I'm going to be boots on the ground at covering for No Cap Space.
That's a fun regional.
Be a fun one to be at.
Okay. All right. Initial thoughts here. I don't see any explicit mid-major upsets here. I think I see Colorado as the 10 as the team with the best chance of upsetting one of the higher seeds, but I feel like 4s and 5s here are probably the ones that have the most variance. Maryland's a Sweet 16 team here, I think, going away. Dude, Ohio State Notre Dame is going to be amazing if we get there. If we get there, Jelani and Hannah is going to be.
Here we go. Here is our bracket for the first region here. UConn, UTSA, Iowa State, Syracuse, Maryland, Murray State, UNC, Western Illinois. I mean, this is fun. This is fun. This is like a Hoopers bracket. There's a lot of just like matchups over the course of this. I think most notably Hannah versus Jelani. That is incredibly fun here. Like I'm very, very excited for someone just like the 1v1, like let them clear out and go one-on-one hoops that are potentially here over the course of this region.
I would go even deeper. Like it has to happen, but I would even say like obviously National Player of the Year is the top 2 candidates this year were Sarah and Michaela.
Yep.
But even all of the shooting guard awards, right? Michaela versus AZ, I think
Sure.
like incredibly intriguing. Fairfield, right, is a team too, right? Like where there's already been murmurs that Carly's not even going to interview for some of these big, like she's good, right? That means she also wants to win at Fairfield, like very, very much, right?
Yeah.
I think that's incredibly intriguing, and they're just a really good team, top to bottom, and have been.
Yeah. UCLA, next 1 seed. Again, I mean, expected they'll be in Sacramento.
Where they want to be.
Where they want to be 100%. Cal Baptist gets to stay in Cali.
Great story, Cal Baptist, by the way, here. Jared Olson's team finished undefeated in one of their first seasons back transitioning from D2 to D1, and they didn't make the NCAA tournament that year because of it. They do now as a 16 seed to win the WAC. That's cool for them.
Oklahoma State, Princeton, 8-9.
I love that.
That's
Princeton
lit.
is a 9 there.
I like that one.
Yeah, that excites
Okie
me.
State, what are you prepared to do about it? You never want to see an Ivy in March. You never want to see an Ivy in March. That's fun.
I like that one a lot.
That's fun.
Okay, our Minnesota at 4.
Expected.
Who's our 13?
St. Rose might be playing in her future home building.
Oh.
I
I like that. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is going to be a great styles make fights here. Minnesota and Green Bay. These are going to be 2 teams that play very similarly. Great coaches. Dawn Plitzowite at Minnesota, Kayla Carius at Green Bay. Like, expect a lot of shooting ball. This is like Midwestern hoops, man. Like 6-on-6 derived Midwestern hoops. I am excited for that. That's going to be good.
Yeah,
Coach Yo's Ole Miss at 5.
Ooh, to Minnesota.
All right, hold on. I want to see who gets this 12.
Doable. It's doable.
Who gets this 12?
It's doable.
Hmm.
It's doable.
Come on, 12 seed.
Who is it? I feel like this is the longest one that they've taken.
Oh.
Who is it, Andrew?
Oh, Gonzaga. Hold on, folks. Okay. Lauren Whitaker.
They don't got nobody to guard
Australian bit. I don't know. She can handle Cody McMahon. WAC player of the year, WAC freshman of the year. She's really the next big, like Yvonne Ejim was at Gonzaga. She is the next player kind of in that line
Duke
and lineage.
3.
That's a really fun one.
Duke 3 here. Who's in the ACC final? That's unexpected, right?
As a 3,
They won, didn't
so.
they? Didn't they won the?
Yeah, they won the ACC. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know they won the ACC.
Yeah, they won the ACC. Yeah, why are they not a 2?
That's wicked, actually.
You know what? Walls had a point.
Whoa.
Predetermined narratives. There's no reason an ACC champion shouldn't be a 3.
Whoa.
Or should be a 3.
That's
Charleston.
crazy.
Charleston's a fun one too, though.
Because what more do you have to do?
Oh, they have Buffalo Wild Wings?
I think so.
They got the good Wi-Fi in there. Hold on. That's a pretty clear stream for Abitos. Not sponsored unless they want to. What? Duke.
Give me a good 11 seed that can upset
Baylor
these guys,
a
man.
6. God,
I just don't trust Baylor, brother. At
Baylor
all,
Duke
at all.
basketball.
Count me out.
Oh,
No.
found my lunch break.
Somebody else to do
Okay,
it.
it's a first foot. Richmond boys.
Oh, Richmond.
Richmond. We did it. We did it, Joe.
Oh, Baylor could lose to either of those teams. Baylor could lose to either of those teams.
We get at least one Maggie Dugan and Britt Prince game.
Okay,
Oh,
like,
they did right by me.
I'm a big Britt Prince fan. However, like this is one of those under 500 teams in conference we're talking about.
LSU with 2 in UCLA's region. We're running it back.
I know,
We're
bro.
running
I
it
just
back.
like she's too.
And
she's
like
been too
and
fun
they,
this
and they
year.
didn't make it, and it's not like they made it to the Big Ten semifinals even.
Yeah.
No, they limped
Honestly,
into
I think
it for
Richmond
sure.
might have a better chance than.
That's
Yeah.
hey, that's that shit.
Hey, wait, Flau'jae versus Kara Lawson. Run it back.
Oh,
Run it back.
My
Let's
goodness.
get Messi.
they said we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it a step
Let's
further.
get Messi.
We're gonna take.
Texas Tech the 7 going to Baton Rouge.
Because then
Ooh, I
we
like
get
them as a 7. Give me
Yeah, that's a fun
Come
one.
on, give
That's a fun 7. Tech LSU. If you told me that kind of look like slightly dicey,
Villanova.
I want to be a little.
Nova
Wait,
as a
You said
10?
Texas Tech, LSU.
Oh man, I don't know.
You said Texas Tech, LSU.
Yeah, Texas Tech is the 7 to LSU's 2. Same.
Krista Gerlich, I'm asking you.
No, they messed up not giving us Texas Tech, Texas, man. Put them in the
They
same
did.
region.
However,
I wonder
comma,
if Oregon's gonna. I wonder if Oregon's gonna.
I'm
make
asking
this.
you.
North Dakota State not be. I feel like North Dakota State's not going to make it now. That stinks. That really stink.
Somebody was scared if NDSU don't get in.
No,
Yeah,
wanna
how
see
come y'all ain't
Dakota.
talking about the other Big East team to make the field? Damn, you see?
Hey, Villanova.
Goodness. Again, Nebraska.
Like,
They didn't even win 20 games this year,
Here we go.
and they're getting an at-large bid.
kick them out
This
too.
is our,
The problem
our
is
bracket.
I feel like this is a rare circumstance of a season where a lot of the teams that could have been on the bubble all got bounced out of their conference tournaments really early.
Mhm.
And it feels like Nebraska is a case where if you have to take it's like what them versus Texas A&M versus
No.
what was like a mid-tier ACC
them
team
either.
that's
What do you
around in there.
mean?
Like what who else do I want there? Like I would rather see Rich Prince. I'm sorry.
Bring George, one of them other A-10 schools. I don't care.
I'm down. I mean,
Like,
nobody
bring
would want
another
George Mason more than
team.
me.
Bring another team, right?
Hampton.
Hey.
I think
Yeah,
getting maybe this is like the fatalist, the incrementalist in me that's like, well, they got Richmond, so I guess we should be happy with that. Like,
Don't let them silence you,
progress
Andrew.
that they let Maggie Duke
Don't
in.
let them silence you, Andrew.
Oh man,
Yeah. What are you guys eyeing here as a potential like maybe second round most fun matchup here?
I think Ole Miss Gonzaga is going to be a lot more fun than people think.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Fortier's battle tested as a coach in this tournament. Like she's been to Sweet 16s before. Her players know what this is like. She's got some high major transfers that are leading that team and a pretty elite freshman. Yeah, Inez is a former Yukon Husky. Like I like that as a matchup. Villanova could get one on Tech on a bad
I was
shooting
just
night.
thinking that.
And the reason I also say that is because Denise Dillon's Villanova's teams are very much rooted around one single player shouldering so much of the usage. Maddie Segrist obviously was the big example of this, and they went to the Sweet 16 with her that year.
Mm-hmm.
But with Jasmine Basco, that's what Villanova's identity is. So like a good big Jasmine Basco game and a cold Texas Tech game, which they are prone to have, could do it. I mean, it could create problems for them.
Yeah. Tech kind of worries me on the basis of one, you have y'all haven't been here and since Swoops was here, but also like you have like that proneness, like I'm sorry. I didn't
What
mean
year
it.
did she win it? What was it? 96?
Before me,
93.
93. Oh, I thought it was an anniversary year. I was about to start some narratives up.
But yeah, no, that's Baylor Duke.
Duke and LSU, man. I mean, I'm kind of into it. Like
I can get behind that one.
I like the idea of that because here's the thing, man. I think we all have an understanding or a conception about Duke and how they play. The team that I saw at the ACC tournament final could hit big shots when they needed to. And I think they started very slow, obviously. I think they had to figure some things out, but I feel like more or less they kind of have been figured out. And I don't know, what was the expectation that they were going to go undefeated the rest of the way through here? I mean, they just won the ACC. Why should they not be considered a somewhat dangerous team?
Yeah,
because Malaysia Riley, she's gonna end them again just like she did. New team, same results. I trust Malaysia in March.
I would like to see it.
So would I would too. I think the emergence of like a player like Delaney Thomas, like who on LSU is out rebounding her right now?
I got nobody
well, if
for
they
you.
lock in,
which they can do, which they absolutely
that's
can do.
It's rebound by committee from the guards.
Yeah,
is
my
that's
favorite,
which has been an issue this year.
Sure, 100%. That's the solution.
I don't know, man.
Like that has been when they turned it around in SEC play after the initial losses that they dropped at the beginning. It was the guard rebounding for LSU that really made that change. So like when you're going against these teams, when you now get into these games where you're potentially going against bigs that might be more experienced or just better than your current bigs in whatever way, that's where I think you make the leeway there. That's where you make.
I also think you think about a player like Ashlyn Jackson, who you could tell she pays attention to the tea leaves and what's happening.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. She's very, very tapped in, and she's from like not too far from Baton Rouge, actually, even though she's from the Texas side of things. But like everybody remembers what happens during that LSU Duke game this year, and all of the all of the chatter post game and all of that.
Look, I bet Duke was like, y'all caught us when we were down too. Like y'all, you caught us when we were down. We were kicked, we were injured, and you came one more, and like, what are we doing? You know, like I was already down.
Bro, so with Duke, the biggest mystery with them this year is what 5 things are written on the board in their locker room. They offered that up during the ACC final, and Kara was like, "Do not tell anyone what those 5 things are." What if one of the 5 is like beat LSU's ass in the tournament? Like,
Texas officially our number 3 overall seed here, expected over South Carolina after the SEC final, but that means they're playing in Fort Worth. So, does this mean Vic Schaefer can say stuff about it being a home game?
It means I'm gonna cry about it. Hold on, because like this isn't fair. It's in his backyard, and he's gonna have the whole crowd, and they can come out and see him.
Couple fun things on. Hey, all right, my Ducks 8 seed. Couple fun things on the 16 seed. Hey, look, we can have.
Is that Rashard in the top right? What is it?
I mean, look, if I want to torture myself 2 different times, that's my prerogative.
That honestly, all you, man, all you.
Let me be a masochist in peace, dude. God forbid a guy try to catch a vibe. Oregon, Virginia Tech as our 8. That's actually going to be really fun. I like that one. The 16 seed combo there is nice because we finally got an HBCU team out of that 16 seed first 4 game that we usually see. But God. Vic Schaefer with some Stephen F. Austin connections and Missouri State, who upset Louisiana Tech to get to that 16 seed out of Conference USA. So some cool mid-major stories there. Love West Virginia there at the 4. Woo, Miami of Ohio, the MAC champion. Oh, I like that too.
Traveling to Morgantown to have to play West Virginia
that's a scary sight.
That's hell in March. No thanks, dude.
Imagine Jason Williams and Randy Moss.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Kentucky's at that 5 in the pod with West Virginia.
Oh.
You can drive. You could probably drive. You could. I think that's a reasonable driving distance. Lex to Morgantown is probably like 6-7 hours, but I bet you could get some people up there for that.
Dude.
How big is Kenny Brooks' group chat? You think he could get a caravan sometime?
I mean, I think they'd convoy it. Yeah, George Amore and Liz Kitley would be driving.
Kentucky, West Virginia. That's fun.
Oh, the Kenny Brooks Bowl. Kentucky, James Madison. That's funny.
And Virginia Tech's right there above them. Come on, let's get wicked. Virginia Tech, do you want your lick back or not? Do you want your? All you have to do is beat Texas in Austin. By the way, like no big deal.
Okay, my best friend Jeff Walls, 3 seed baby. Here we go. I am a Jeff Walls fan, by the way, just to clear that up for any clarification. I think he's good for the game. We need characters in the game, and Jeff Walls is a quote factory. I want that to be very clear. I like them as a 3 seed here. Who's their 14 going to be? Oh, Vermont. Okay.
Megan Duffy's got Virginia Tech back in the field, too, in year 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great job.
Hey, yo. Yeah.
I like Vermont as Vermont can muck this up against Louisville. I think Louisville will win, but Vermont can make it nasty if they want to. Kresge could be a Boston College coach if BC ever cared.
As a 6. Give me Kentucky Louisville.
Bama's so high as a 6, bro. I know. Oh, there's my. All right. I'm calling it now. That's my 11/6 upset, Rhode Island. Let's go.
Oh, she better. Hey, Tammy, because the mic was on and we heard you. It's time to stand and deliver, sister. Because you felt like you got the good seating, you got a good little, nice little spot to make you, show up and show out. Tammy Reese,
what are you prepared to do about it?
That.
Michigan number 2.
Oh,
Michigan as a 2 seed.
Over Duke is crazy. Sorry.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Over Duke is
nuts.
crazy.
That's
insane.
I don't understand the rationale for that. Wow.
Okay, collective best reaction so far is Rhode Island, though.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
They were ready.
Hey, you know what that means, right, y'all? It's Iowa, South Carolina.
Play the hits. Play the hits. Play the hits.
Oh my God! In a midterm year, man.
Like Don found God already.
Jesus
Bro.
Christ.
Like,
I will be there no matter what.
Don already found God. We got our lick back.
Oh my God!
So this one can just be purely.
This was cool.
Yeah.
This is okay.
Have Caitlin and Aaliyah ever? They never bet because they were in those games, right? So now we're gonna have.
Hey, hold on, you don't get my dog.
NC
Tennessee
State has a 7 going to Michigan.
Oh,
Tennessee,
Lord.
This is a wild team
NC
reaction.
State,
Are
Tennessee,
y'all watching this? Are you
7-10?
watching the Tennessee reaction right here?
Camille Pierre, listen to me.
You can hear me.
Your old rival.
Oh, Westmore has the chance, dude.
Oh, Tennessee at
wow.
10.
Like I get it, but like I like leaving Tennessee out of the tournament this year. They got a lot going on. They need to just go figure themselves out.
I will say,
You know what's so funny though? Like stylistically, Tennessee, like Michigan's a team that they theoretically can run with.
yeah,
Like this is not a path that engenders like slowing it down. Like all of those teams, all of them from NC State to Michigan get out and run before you get to that little pod of 3 with Louisville as a 3 seed.
I think it's interesting. When
This
you
would
look
be
at this,
hysterical.
when you look at this bracket, how often can we say that maybe the 2 best bigs are on a 5 seed and a 7 seed in a region?
I think this might be my favorite region.
Like,
It's chaotic as hell.
Yeah.
Do we have the
it's like
here we go.
do we have the graphic yet, Tyler? Yeah.
Yep.
Throw that up for
like
everyone.
no disrespect to except the one Yukon in. That one seemed like a cakewalk. But like this one this feels fun.
Wait, didn't Westmore say something about like Pat Summitt?
Westmore NC State lost
I'm
to
sorry.
Duke. Hold on. Shawnee,
wait,
you weren't
find
around
that.
for this. You weren't around for this. So after Tennessee lost to Vanderbilt, NC State had lost to Duke like 30 minutes prior. And as Tennessee is losing to Vanderbilt in historic fashion at home, Wes Moore's on the dais and has a comment like, I stopped Kara Lawson in the post-game handshake line and told her how proud Pat Summitt would be of her. And it was like
completely coincidental, but the worst possible
just
timing
the
imaginable.
worst timing for
I mean,
oh, that other coach is right there.
dude, awful.
That's so
Awful.
crazy.
It
And
was
honestly,
bad.
if I was Pat, I'd have to like find the nearest Ouija board and get a restraining order. Like y'all, stop bringing me up. Leave me
Oklahoma's
alone.
in there too.
Oklahoma's in South Carolina's bracket.
What I say? It's
Oh, this is mess.
It's time.
Let's
Let's go. Let's
Aaliyah
go.
Jones.
Oh man, let's see. This
I
is
would look. We running through all the flyover states. Give them all.
Hey,
please.
hold on now.
Let's get it.
I can say that, but hold on. Like I don't.
Let's get
Hey,
it.
I just want to say one thing and one thing only. Kelly Graves versus Vic Schaefer, 1-0 to Kelly Graves in tournament.
Oh, brother.
Like just saying.
Here
I'm just
this guy
saying. I'm just
Dude.
saying.
I'm telling
Oh my
I'm really
God.
trying to think though. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but like having I mean, this is obviously a pretty different year in terms of like the top. If you look at maybe like the top 20 players, there's probably more guards.
Both USCs. Damn.
Yeah, we're getting all run it
fun,
all back.
man.
Oh wow.
Like, how often do we have the best bigs? Like, or at least like in terms of statistical production, like Claire Strack is obviously is the best big in this region here, but like Camille Pierre, in terms of statistically speaking, is right up there as well. Like when you look at like Michigan, not really known for their bigs this year. Texas is long, but not in terms of like their fives. You know, in that way, in terms of dominance.
No,
Yeah, and like so, like this is. I mean, like, look, man. Do they have capable bigs? Yes,
yeah.
but that's not their star players in the way that we've very accustomed to. Like this is a guard heavy bracket, and honestly, you can kind of say the same to a degree about UConn's region as well. Like there's when you're looking at the best player on a lot of these teams, there's so many guards across this bracket right now that are leading their teams. That is just not really the norm in women's basketball.
West Virginia is going to be interesting here because of Norfolk State transfer Mimi Wheeler, who was, MEAC player of the year or player of the year 2 years ago. Her and Diamond Miller split it 2 seasons. I can't remember which, but she is like the big for West Virginia this season, but she's an undersized big. So to your point, if it does become West Virginia and Kentucky for a Sweet 16 spot, I'm interested how they'll counter Strack, who has the ability to play outside in. Like that's the thing that I think if we're going to figure something out about her this tournament, it's going to be what exactly her ceiling is going to be. Because I think a lot of people look at her and think, okay, it's another Liz Kitley in a Kenny Brooks offense. Kenny Brooks, like I said, Kenny Brooks this year said, I think she's the best center in women's college basketball.
Yeah, because Liz is at the crib like us.
I know, right? Liz is on the ACC network. Like, what'd you say? Fuck me for? Like,
literally.
Diabolical stray.
But I do think on some level he is right that I think Strack is a better defensive big than Kitley was at this age. And so if you are able to get what you need out of her in this tournament, that bracket looks pretty good for you. The problem with that Kentucky's had all year, though, Kentucky hasn't been able to win in crunch time situations. The clipboard has not been working for Kenny. That's been the problem.
Yeah.
Michigan State is going to be in this side too, Tyler.
Probably the 5, maybe.
South
maybe
Carolina 6? As the one.
Like,
Southern versus Samford in the 16. Damn it, Shawnee. We ended up with an HBCU in the 16.
Oh my God, they did it again. Oh,
Okay, well,
that's brutal. That's it. Clemson is the 8. South Carolina, Clemson. Hold on now.
Oh,
hold on now.
Okay.
this
Okay. Let's soak this up. Let's soak this rivalry up.
I like this stuff.
No. This is narrative.
Clemson, USC.
USC 8-9
is taking them to Columbia early.
Oh my
A year ahead, we have another edition of the real USC Bowl early.
My God.
Wow.
Oklahoma in the 4. Oh my God. Tyler, your Norman group here. Oh my goodness. Dude.
Turn us up.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Hold on, wait, I'm nervous. Hold on.
You should be. Bro,
this could be the Dawn Staley run him down bracket. Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Guys, let's not jump into any conclusions, Andrew. I mean, what
heard y'all.
Hey, Idaho.
Here I am.
I want people watching the tournament this year to get acquainted with Arthur Moreira, the Idaho head coach, young Brazilian dude, coach on the Brazilian national team, like in his early 30s, up and coming guy, like year 2 at Idaho, and he's got them, Big Sky champion. He's a dude to watch in the future as a big time coach.
You heard.
All right, you got Michigan State and Norman, Tyler.
I'm nervous.
Funny.
I'm nervous.
I would be.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
You should be.
I hope we took
That's going to be fun though. That's going to be
have Reagan beers.
That's going to be a very someone is going to get hot in that game from those teams. It could be your day with Kennedy Blair, their day with Kennedy Blair. It could be your day with Aaliyah Chavez.
100%.
Ooh, but you know what? Colorado State could give them some problems. Lexi Bargesser, transfer guard this year to Colorado State. They've had really good guards in the past, but CSU just hasn't been able to get the bounce, and they finally got it put together in the Mountain West this year. TCU is a 3. Oh, baby. Ooh, I love this. The idea of a potential TCU Olivia Miles versus the South Carolina fan base would be interesting. That would be.
TCU has stuff to say,
brother. Olivia Miles running afoul of the Fams would be crazy.
Hey, man. We already handled this. A light work bracket. We already took care of business here. But let's run it back.
Well,
let's run it back.
Against some.
Yeah,
against some.
Come see us.
I'm just saying.
Come see us again.
I'm just saying. You can't take that win away from me. There's nothing you can do to me in March that will take that day in the city of Norman away from me.
Hey, man, if that was
it's
your
always
Sweet 16,
there.
If that was your Sweet 16, then that was your Sweet 16.
You're goddamn right. Am I supposed to be embarrassed?
Ooh, Washington 6 seed. Okay, Tina Langley's crew. You know, Washington could be a problem for TCU, but South Dakota State.
Oh no, you never want to see a Dakota. You never
man.
Want to see a Dakota.
We got a Dakota.
Oh man, they told Washington if you want to get past TCU, you can't look past your 11th seed. Brooklyn Meyer is going to be fun TV though. Savia Sellers.
6 to TCU's 3. There's Iowa at the 2.
Iowa's the 2. Okay. So who this 15 will be pretty light. Fairleigh Dickinson, maybe. Does anyone the NEC? There we go.
I'm trying to think who's left.
Right.
Oh,
you are a 6.
Yes, Joe. Washington is a 6 going to Fort Worth. South Dakota State in the first round. Thoughts and prayers.
I think they're fine as a 6. All right, the Georgia Bulldogs, baby.
Georgia versus Iowa.
What a return to the tournament.
Georgia versus
Coach Abe. Cool. Actually, really interesting story here about Coach Abe. Georgia first and then transferred to Iowa as a player. So if she gets by this 10 seed game, both of her schools represented, and Molly Miller's ASU and Kimora Johnson and Virginia.
Hell of a playing game.
Oh my God.
Virginia, Arizona State?
Cause where's SMU?
Oh no.
Because she was in that group. Hold on. That's my advice to Big Jan. Keep it cute in the presser because Georgia be hearing everything and they will ruin your day if you were in the meeting. Keep a low profile. So Molly made it, and SMU is not, because there's a whole lot of underqualified coaches in this tournament right now.
Wow.
Kimora Johnson's first time in NCAA tournament as a candidate.
Finally, dude.
She's one of the, truly one of the most talented guards in the country who we just have not been able to see in the postseason.
And you know what? We could see her into the second round here.
Oh, 100%.
This is Virginia could easily do this. They could beat Arizona State and Georgia back to back. I love that pot of 3 because all 3 of those teams all could beat the other. They are all at the same level talent-wise, I think.
I think the script writers they mixed it up a bit. They gave us some new stuff that's like, oh, okay. So we didn't get an LSU, South Carolina in this bracket. That's fine. I like this. Yeah, bring me all of this.
My only issue with the committee is I wish they would stop giving South Dakota State to the West Coast teams to make us perpetually look like shit in this tournament. Stop doing it.
Yeah, let them play Yukon.
Stop giving the MVC chair, not the MVC. Stop giving the Summit League champion to a West Coast team, and then we all look like crap because we rightly lose to the really good Summit League team. Give them to Georgia. Let them contend with South Dakota State. Why has it always got to be a team on the West Coast, man? Ridiculous. I love Clemson, USC. That's a great, 2 coaches building their programs in completely different ways. That feels like a really cool tale of, who builds when they're down a little bit. what else is in here? I guess TCU, Washington, TCU, South Dakota State. What do y'all think about TCU, Iowa?
I trust. I think I have like the floor of Iowa to me is just higher than the floor of TCU, and that scares me more than anything. I feel like for TCU, like there's been times where like they kind of just like there's been some close games or like there's been a lot of moments where I feel like it shouldn't be happening in negative ways for TCU. But I mean, to a degree, you could also like Iowa has certainly had a couple of those moments as well over the course of the season. Most notably, obviously, that LA road trip that they took. So it's
a Big Ten championship game. Also, I'm taking that into account.
Yeah, sure.
I kind of like TCU on that one. I do. I think that they just have the right blend of like guards and bigs that can give Ava and Hannah make it competitive. And at times, right, they've shown this year, like sometimes they get up for those and sometimes they do not.
Sure.
Talk to them.
Yeah, I think to me, it obviously comes down to Hannah Stuelke for Iowa. We have literally been having this exact dialogue over the course of this entire season where we say, hey, the way that Iowa shows up is directly correlated to the way that Hannah Stuelke shows up. And when Hannah Stuelke shows up, Iowa is a stupidly good team that is incredibly stout on the defensive side of the ball and can just 1-2 you with the two-man game between Hayden and Stuelke until you're done, on top of having shooters surrounding them as well. So like when Hannah Stuelke shows up, and with this being her kind of last ride here, I'm hoping that we get the top maximum version of Hannah Stuelke, which we've certainly seen at different points over the course of this Big Ten season. I'm really hoping that we get the best version of Hannah Stuelke, because the best version of Hannah Stuelke makes Iowa a like genuine like Elite Eight lock to me. If you get the best version of Iowa that we've seen, and I'd be very interested in what could potentially happen past that. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that. Now that we have the full bracket, though, we can kind of go a little bit more in depth into these. We talked about. Is there anything else before we go into any other spots? I mean, Oklahoma, Michigan State scares me, admittedly. Hand up. Here's the thing. I think Oklahoma at their best, and like it's tough because you can say this about so many teams. Where it's like, well, at their best, they could do X, Y, and Z. The problem is we haven't seen Oklahoma at that incredibly consistently. And that worries me. And the floor of that worries me. And what Michigan State could potentially do in terms of winning the toughness plays and things like that worries me. And being able to kind of run it up a little bit. But give me South Carolina. Let's run it back. Let's see what happens,
Okay.
Like, let's just see. Just a little bit. Like, because you can't take away. Here's the thing. I've already won, so I can't be hurt.
Sure.
Dude.
I mean, you say that now.
Yeah, I do. And
then,
and then when we're down by 1 million, I just
or
when the
worse,
death machine comes through,
you have hope, and then we crush it out of you.
Yeah, dude,
Like that, you don't know. You know Oklahoma well enough to know they find innovative new ways to break your heart. So it's kind of like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I trust it. I'm saying I want it to happen and see what happens. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Like,
yeah,
I can't be hurt. Clemson USC. I can't believe we're getting another USC bowl like already.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Assuming
USC can get past Clemson,
100%, which is a very big if. And obviously, Jazzy had like said to be okay, but had like the injury scare as well. I don't know what is the lasting impact of that. Like I said to be good. Obviously, I would like to assume if it was anything incredibly major, given what happened last year in March with USC, that it would not be even a question to risk it or to not risk it. I would like to think that. So I'm going to operate under the assumption that Jazzy Davidson is going to be playing like Jazzy Davidson in this game. And that makes USC, there's certainly a ceiling to USC, but when Jazzy Davidson's hooping in that way and impacting both sides of the floor in the way that she can, you're incredibly dangerous with a player like that.
Yeah. It to me is this. I don't want to say like this is going to be light work for South Carolina, but this is a bracket where a lot of these teams outside of Iowa have a clear disadvantage. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they kind of cleared the way here for South Carolina, Iowa. And frankly, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I'll take it. I'll be there. Dude, I will 100% be there.
This game, and it would happen in Sacramento?
Yep.
So you will be there, Greer.
I will be there.
Come on now. No matter what. So I guess since you kind of sort of brought it up, Andrew, I guess I'll be the messy one and ask: does South Carolina have the easiest region?
Whoa!
I was just. That's why I'm just posing a question.
Tyler, before you pose the question, let me segue because I want you to go pull up like the full bracket, like the full 68 team bracket. And I also want to make a fun announcement and drop a link for everybody here in the chat because we are officially unveiling our bracket challenge on ESPN. It is the No Cap Space Challenge. For those of you that are not in the ball knowers tier, if you are first, second, or third, you get a membership to No Cap Space on behalf of the ball knowers. And if you are in the ball knowers tier, you're entitled to a separate set of perks, which is all the more reason to join the ball knowers either on the newsletter or on YouTube this way. This is our opportunity. This is your opportunity to play with us. We got some great guests, some great people in the women's basketball media world, some former players, former coaches, people in our group chat, people that are in our phone contact list that we will be having you play against as well. So you get to see just how much you know ball versus some of the true luminaries of the game. So now, Tyler,
yes,
you can open up the full one.
If you're watching this after, links in the description, so you can go check it out there. But yeah, let's look at this because I am interested in trying to figure this out. And like I said, we can go a little bit deeper into each of these brackets and everything as we continue on here. But do we feel like with that in mind, who do we think maybe out of the number one seeds has the easiest versus the hardest path here?
UConn.
South Carolina has
UConn.
You have no idea how much I wanted you two to have those exact answers. Thank you so much.
Okay,
wow.
So here's my argument. It's a bunch of teams that are fun to watch, but kind of one woman shows. So if that one woman is not, on or is game planned for, it gets real nasty real fast. They put a lot of those on UConn's side. I see what they're doing. The script writers was like, because they haven't been watching. They were not watching.
The disrespect to Aubrey Galvin. Scroll up. Hold up. Aubrey
Galvin. She's
Colorado, definitely.
A girl.
Illinois, definitely a team. Howard, definitely a team. Ohio State, a team. Jelani is their star, but they are a team.
Ohio State, I'll give you that.
Fairfield, a team.
Fairfield.
Obviously, we know what's happening at South Bend right now.
We're going against Big East standards. So now all of these teams
I
get it. You talking about Fairfield? Fairfield gonna give, and I like these teams. I like these teams. However, come on now. You worry? Which one worries? Then which one worries you the most, Greer?
Ohio State potentially. Ohio State. I mean, we played them this year. And it was much earlier in the season, but I have PTSD when it comes to the Ohio State press in the postseason. So
and that was my answer too. The biggest threat to me is Ohio State because that is the team that is kind of a team versus dominated by
Vanderbilt, who was second in the SEC this year, second or third. Who
you scared of Vanderbilt?
No, I'm not afraid of them, but
exactly.
I cannot argue with the actual track record.
Shawnee, who would you be afraid of? Yeah, who are you afraid of?
That Aaliyah no, it's haunting you, huh? It's haunting you.
No, but I'm saying like Oklahoma has at least beaten us.
That's a great point, Shawnee.
Have they not? Have they not?
That's a great point, Shawnee.
We were tapped in, yes.
we said the Dakotas is always dangerous. Georgia is always dangerous. Iowa, come on now, Georgia, Iowa.
I feel like a lot of this discussion about the brackets is different if Kentucky is in the 4 slot instead of North Carolina. I feel like the bracket immediately becomes much harder for UConn if Kentucky's in that 4 spot with Maryland. And now you have to either get through a good Syracuse team or Audie Crooks, Addie Brown, and Jada Williams, or a Maryland team that is Brenda and March, or Kentucky as a 4 seed with Clara Strack and Tiani Key. I think that's where this is sending me, is like, it doesn't always take one pick to like mess around with the flow of the bracket, but I feel like this is the only selection I can see where I'm like, ugh, I don't really love that,
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're split on that. Who do we think has the hardest? If I assume we're now looking at the other side to UCLA and Texas.
It's UCLA. I think it's UCLA.
Just look at that top 6 right there.
Yeah.
You don't even have to look much further than that.
Minnesota is going to be probably terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't shock me. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Minnesota was the one that got out of that and into the Sweet 16. Duke, again, man, I don't want to make it sound like I'm doing apologia for the ACC here because, like, I don't want it to come off that way, but I just think that Duke's going to surprise some people here. I guess a 3 seed. I think they're really going to shock some folks.
And I think they have of the teams, I think they have the biggest chip on their shoulder.
Biggest chip. Mm-hmm. I think they're arguably one of the most healthy right now. I think they've got a great, this is handing rocket fuel to Kara Lawson.
Dude, her speech is about to go crazy.
Bro, those speeches are going to go nuts. Are you kidding me? Like, these things are going to go triple platinum. Do you know? All right, I have a funny story for you here, right? So my day job as current is I work in sales, and I think you can understand the type of person that is in sales and kind of what their sporting preferences are. I was in a training last month, and one of the first things that the guy on the national Zoom referenced was handle hard better, like Kara Lawson's handle hard better speech.
Damn,
and that's emotion.
And I put it in the group chat. I was like, not Gina Oriema, not Dawn Staley, not Pat Summitt, Kara Lawson ends up in there, and I was like, oh. She's got motion in the LinkedIn community. Kara Lawson does. So this Duke team might actually do a little something. B2B is going to be rocking with this.
That's so funny.
Oh my God.
So are you picking them over LSU then, Andrew?
I might. I might. This just doesn't feel, I'll be honest, this is one of the Kim Mulkey teams that has the highest variance in a tournament. It's my favorite statistic every single tournament year to say this, but if Kim Mulkey's team makes it to the Final Four, they win a national championship. They either win or they don't make it. And I don't know why. I don't know how. This goes all the way back to her Baylor days, but for whatever reason, when they get there, they're there. And they're going to do it when they get there, but it's a challenge of getting there at times. And this feels
nothing
like
about their season makes me feel like they're getting
and that's the problem is I don't feel like they've given me a game where they've shown the dog, and it's supposed to be a team of dogs, but they have all of the energy, but they lack some of the finesse. And I think one thing that we underestimate about that Angel Reese team was they had a finesse, even if they were very high energy. There was an ability to settle into how frenetic everything was. And I feel like this team gets sped up by that instead of just kind of sitting in the pace, which is what I think that Angel team did really well in 23. Duke, on the other hand, Duke is all calm. They'll get out and transition and play, but they're all calm. And so that to me, I feel like you will see a UCLA Duke Elite Eight. And it wouldn't shock me at all if Duke gave them a hell of a run, but I I think this UCLA team is going to be built for it, and I love the fact that it's them and Texas kind of on the other side, because I think it's a really nice like champion 1, champion 2 scenario. You know what I mean? Like if you come out of the left side of the bracket, basically, you're like a team with a strong brand and narrative. Like your UConn, your South Carolina, your Iowa. Like there's like a talk track with your teams. Whereas on the other side, it's all of the chip on their shoulder teams that like either have reason to try and kind of go at people, or they haven't won the big one yet, so to speak. So it's like on one end of the bracket, you have all of the upstarts basically, Hunger Gamesing each other, while all of the Goliaths play each other on the other end. And it's like the best of the Goliaths and the best of the upstarts from like how we brand some of this stuff. Meeting. It very much mirrors 86, like the 1986 way that bracket shook out, and that championship game between USC and Texas. It has the feeling like we could get a really strong narrative national title this year, which I love.
I also just
I agree, Andrew. That back. Ooh! Back to back go ahead like that.
I also love the fact that obviously the big difference between UConn and UCLA in terms of the case to be the number 1 overall seed is one team is undefeated and one team is not. And for UCLA to make it to the national championship, there's a very high likelihood they will have to beat the team that beat them earlier in the season that handed them their only loss in the Final Four in Texas, which I would be very excited about, because I thought Texas's game plan for that was incredible with the way that they handled guarding Lauren Betts by really pressuring the guards as opposed to trying to fully guard Lauren Betts. They've done the best job out of anybody, I think, since Lauren Betts has arrived to UCLA in terms of just totally denying her impact as much as you possibly can. And well, okay, you know what? I'll bring that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry. You're absolutely right. That's good.
Yeah.
Second place. Sorry. But yes, I'm very, very excited for that one. So we think UCLA has the harder bracket than Shoni? Yeah.
Oh, because am I the only one that kind of sort of a little bit believes in Texas? A little bit?
I do.
Oh, no.
I do.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
So what do we think about this Texas bracket? Yeah, like the path that they might have to take to go and do this.
They're going to get challenged in that bracket easily. Like, I think that go all the way to the bottom of that bracket there, Tyler, so we can see that Michigan one. See, I don't think it necessarily changed things, so to speak. We got the two from KGB, much appreciated. I don't think it changed a ton. I think maybe Duke would have been interesting to have in here as a 2 seed opposite Texas, but I think regardless, Texas is going to be challenged one way or another by who comes out of the bottom of this bracket, just in 2 different ways. Like either you're going to get Jeff Walls, who is just a voodoo magician here every March. The joke, like he can't keep getting away with it. Like it comes from the fact that he just manages to do this every March, like regularly in Elite 8, Sweet 16s. It's where that meme kind of came from. But I think they have the ability, and Michigan has the ability to make things extremely hard for Texas, because Texas has been beaten by the archetype of both of those teams before. Michigan as a kind of Vanderbilt-y sort of similar clone stylistically, Louisville and sort of a South Carolina stylistically. So you can win that way in both ways against Texas, but I still think Texas, whatever Vic said after that Vanderbilt game worked. I'll just put it that way.
He said a lot. It was a lot.
Tough.
Dude.
Love him for that.
Did he praise the Lord and hook 'em horns after that one?
Absolutely, he did.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we're being consistent, because that would have actually really upset me if he didn't. If I'm being completely honest. So do we think? So we gauge UCLA's bracket as the toughest, clearly here, or do we think that Texas bracket gives it a run for the money? I think I'm leaning UCLA personally.
Me too.
Yeah,
because I feel like there's a little bit of inexperience in some of these teams in the Texas bracket that I feel like is going to come into play. So I'm leaning UCLA harder.
Hey, we know what the funniest outcome of this bracket is, though, right, yo? It's Tennessee making the Elite 8.
I think
it's so possible
What you call it? Talasia said they would last year, like after they lost, and in the locker room interview, if you aren't subscribed, you missed this. But if you are subscribed, you can go back and look at it. And if you're not subscribed, you can still subscribe and go back and look at it.
Then,
But like, you know, yeah, she said they'd be back. They'd run it back, and I'm kind of like, all right, hey, if she does that, I'm pulling. You think I'm not pulling that interview? Hello, we're going national with it. So Tennessee,
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, we have a super chat here again. Super chat gets your message on the screen. If you have any questions about the bracket, now is like let's happen to run through them in the chat. We got $5 here from Joshua Williams. We talked about it a little bit, but we think Iowa can beat TCU to make the Elite Eight. Thank you for the 5 again. Super chats gets your message on the screen. I think 100%.
Yes, absolutely. In fact,
yeah, I'd be more surprised if TCU won that game. Like realistically,
right.
I think that
I think I'm on the side of TCU in that one, but.
Ooh.
I just don't know who the second. I just don't know who the second big is for TCU to contend with Iowa. I think you can put. I think you can do Marta Suarez.
Sometimes you don't need
Hayden.
one. That'd be the thing against Iowa.
But if you're spamming, but I guess if you're like if you're
Prince,
spamming
you're
pick
good.
and roll, yeah. If you're like spamming pick and roll every offensive possession the way TCU does, though, I feel like you need a third player in there if Iowa just decides to run the two bigs out at you and stall you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know who that second person is. Now, granted, and I think this is what you were getting at, Greer, you could get like a 30.8 rebound, 8 assist game from Olivia Miles, and that negates anything.
100%.
6 turnovers, but yes, you're not
yeah,
wrong.
wicked. Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Came for him.
Okay. Well.
No, but no, I like the matchup for TCU. I think experienced teams, Iowa too this year has kind of that's been a thing against them too. The more experienced teams I think have performed pretty well against them.
Yeah.
Do we have
do we have a favorite matchup? In or maybe looking ahead to the round of 32 that what we could potentially be seeing. Do we have a favorite matchup here that we are potentially most excited for over the course of the first 2 rounds?
I don't know if it's this one, but this one on the right side of the screen right now is very interesting to me. In NC State versus Michigan.
Yeah.
Potentially, I think again with their like rotation of guards plus Camille Pierre, like they can just get hot. And they played a ton of teams this year too. And if it's just the all offense, no defense kind of game, that I think it could be.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes the best defense is more offense. Turn it up.
I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, it really can. NC State is interesting because it feels like a long time ago now, but this is not a far removed program from a Final Four by any means. And like in terms of you have players on this roster that were impacting that Final Four, you know, and so in the sense of trying to make a run here in March, like also this is going to be a rematch here from the very, very beginning of the season between these two, between NC State and Tennessee. And so I'm intrigued, man. I NC State, honestly, both NC State and Tennessee intrigue me. Like whoever wins that one in terms of a matchup against Michigan, I'm not saying I'm going to pick them. I don't know if I'm ready to go that far right now, but we've seen Michigan have so much variance. And most of the time that's been against tippy top teams, you know, top 10 teams that we're talking about when you think about the Vanderbilt game, the UConn game, where they've been able to play their best basketball against those teams, but also some of the worst basketball we've seen them play against those teams as well. And I'm not saying
they also lost in those games.
Yeah.
Right. And then they've also had games where they've completely fallen off a cliff when they came out west and played like Oregon and Washington, I think. I don't think that Michigan is like that stamped. Again, like even comparing Iowa to Michigan and saying that they're both twos, I just don't know that I would have had them on the same line.
Yeah. No, I can get with that. Again, there's a decent amount of high seeds here that are kind of in that realm a little bit. Michigan, Vanderbilt.
The East had to go somewhere. You know, that's how I feel about this year.
Yeah.
And honestly, how I felt most of the year, right? We've always talked about tiers this year and who was on which tier and how far below one tier might be from the other. And I think you see that. The ones are the ones for reasons.
Yeah. It's a clear gap between ones and twos. Like, and not that that's a surprise or a new revelation here with this bracket at all.
Well, hang on, because a 2 seed stormed the barn last year, and eliminated 3 number 1 seeds on the way to a championship. But yeah, I hear you.
Let it be known. Let it be known. we got a super chat here for KGB. The Discord previews I'm gonna have to do. Look, man.
That's a labor of love,
Locked in,
KGB.
locked
We appreciate
in.
you for
this
that.
This is why you got to be on the Discord. If nothing else, to get the Discord previews. Thank you for the super chat. Again, super chats get your message on the screen. I don't know if we have the same level of mess in this bracket compared to last year, and like even like the last couple of years, we've had like some like really stamped messy matchups.
Because Haley Van Lith was still in college.
Exactly. That's exactly the point I was about to make, Shawnee. Thank you, because we're missing HBO. Like HBO it just followed her, man, in the best way. It was always something.
I think here's the thing though. I think there is an understandable frustration this year about maybe it was the CBA stuff. Maybe it was just, going so balls to the wall with coverage for the last 2 years of women's basketball that like some degree of fatigue set in. But I don't necessarily think it's an unfair assessment that national media early on, and I think part of this is the fault of coaches for not scheduling adequately in the non-con. It feels like we lost the ability to make some player-driven narratives this year early. And I think you do that when the best teams are able to play each other well, and do it in very visible spots. And I feel like some of those we just didn't get this season. And for some reason, the one seeds all had a degree of kind of happy-go-lucky-ishness to them. So there just wasn't any Goliath to go to kind of make, except for, South Carolina, which is a Goliath sometimes for other less, good faith reasons.
I kind of disagree with that though. Like we all saw South Carolina
right about Jelani. Like,
no. Wait, hold on. I just want to go back to the point about the Goliath and the one seed thing. Like Vic fell apart at the seams in not one but two pressers this year behind his team, right? Like said that they were not cut like that. To all of national media, had to come back at the like media availability. He's like, I didn't really mean it. Bench his 5th-year star, best Longhorn ever in multiple games, if I'm not mistaken. There were multiple games where she did not finish the fourth quarter. Yeah. South Carolina lost to Oklahoma. So
correct.
And who at the hands of a freshman in Aaliyah Chavez.
Correct.
Okay. Like you have
I'm just keeping it. I'm just telling what really happened. Like it might not. Unfortunately, I don't think it moved the national media, but for like people who were here paying attention all season long, like no, I think there's been intrigue in this season.
It's been like mostly on social media, right? Because then you got like, for whatever reason, LSU was mad about Oklahoma, so they was beefing. LSU was mad at us, so we're beefing. Like we're mad at Oklahoma, so we're beefing. And mostly SEC is what I'm getting at. But it's like
if there was nothing to hang on to, like that is where I feel like national media, maybe wasn't covered. You know what I mean? But like again, if you're a ball knower, there's been plenty of things that have happened this season.
I agree. I guess I'm not looking at it from the ball knower's perspective as much as like maybe the casual viewer's perspective. But I think there is a point to be made here that last year we really had kind of like the Paige swan song of it all in that tournament, right? And it kind of spelled the end of like that group of like class of 2020 hoopers. It felt like that was the coda to all of it, right? And in the midst of that, the generation of stars that are right now in the game didn't all have, pretty much on the whole, none of them had great marches last year. Blake's team went out early. Jelani's team went out early. Notre Dame went out early. Michigan wasn't anything to write home about. Like LSU, kind of, but it wasn't like there wasn't any full Wiley on the team yet. So it feels like we are going to find out who the next generation of stars in this class of 3-4 years is going to be now. And then maybe next year, the storytelling around players will be a lot easier in November because we will have some type of sample to show from that March. Because I feel like without Juju, people kind of went, okay, UConn, South Carolina, They're both really good. UCLA, they're really good, but there's not one player to kind of really center all this around. Let's do Hidalgo, but Notre Dame's not very good this year. Oh, Juju's injured, so we can't really do her. Let's try Audie Crooks. Oh, no, Iowa State's losing early. Like, it feels like people haven't figured out who it's supposed to be, and maybe this is the March where we will figure out who it's supposed to be going forward.
It's just the SEC. Just send the cameras to the SEC, keep them rolling, and we'll figure it out from there.
Good old exceptionalism, I remember.
Or maybe again, in my opinion, 2020, just an anomaly that you had.
Don't.
An anomaly.
What year?
No, she's talking about the recruiting class, not the tournament.
Bro, I was like, no. I was like,
or maybe it's just an anomaly that we got, that many superstars in one class. Like, we often talk about how much the word generational is thrown around, and like maybe we've just regressed to the mean a little bit. Like, we cannot have 3 and 4 generational players playing at once in college game. Like, that inherently makes it like not that's not what they are. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and look, it can sometimes be like a bit of a bridge year too, so to speak. Like, sports has bridge years. The clearest example of that is like the period of time where like Jordan doesn't play in the 90s, and you have these 2 years where Houston does extremely well, and it's kind of like this bridge where like the guy isn't there, so to speak, but other stars come up and do it. I feel like this is that year for women's basketball where.
But Sarah Strong is not doing generational things right now?
Yes, but she's doing them in the Big East, and they can't run away from that. I'm sorry. They can't run away from that concept. It makes them harder to cover. It makes them harder to cover. It does. It does. I'm sorry.
Sean, do you like chilies? We got a super chat here from KGB.
You did what you needed to do. Come home.
Do we feel like
disgusting?
Got all 68 right? Do we feel like anybody was snubbed from this bracket? Thank you.
Just North Dakota State. That's it. First 4 out was BYU, Utah, North Dakota State, and Texas A&M.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with
basically everybody. NDSU maybe over Nebraska, to Greer's point. But I think if you're matching those two, like Avery Conan, I think is a player I would have liked to watch personally. I get why they were like, oh, we should, Britt Prince. Yeah, I would have liked North Dakota State. I agree with you.
There's a couple sneaks in there. Oregon's a sneak. Nebraska's a sneak. Alabama's a sneak. It's a few sneaks in there.
Yeah. I honestly,
8 seed sneaking now, huh? That's wild.
Below 500 in conference, you sneak.
I mean, not all of us can play 9 teams out of 12 in the league that are ranked under 350 in the net. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry we can't play our superstars 21 minutes a game.
Because they're handling business. Because
they're handling. We're calling the big leaf now business.
Because that was happening against Power 4 competitors as well. Don't forget it.
Okay. Okay.
And they raised their level versus P4 competitors. Don't forget that.
Yep. A Tennessee team that's ready to yell their head coach into being fired.
They wasn't even at shoot around.
Come on. 10 minutes ago, Tennessee was an intriguing matchup. Please stop it.
Intriguing versus a 7 seed, not intriguing for the tournament. Damn.
I said leave them out of the tournament. So that wasn't me.
She did.
Yes. No, it's the last super chat before we get a lot of rematches. Yeah, there is a lot, honestly, across this, and like as we'll see, like over the course of the tournament as it develops, realistically, we're going to see a lot of teams that have already gone against each other that we will be seeing here again. But that'll do it. That'll do it for today. The bracket is here. We're gonna have so much coverage coming your way, to say the least. Not only will we be here, obviously,
we will be arguing. We will be
doing more of this. Yes, there will certainly be more of this aspect, but also get ready. The marathon is about to begin. Layup lines everyone get warmed up. We'll have some preview content. We'll have some more in-depth, more honed-in, focused preview content coming here on the YouTube for some individual teams. We'll have Shawnee's Haters Guide to the tournament. So if you want to know what games you need to be following extra closely, what handshake lines you need to be watching, that's the place to be, is the Haters Guide on NoCapSpaceWBB.com. Again, I've been saying it for weeks now, but I need you to know why you got to be tapped in with us here at No Cap Space. Not only are we live every single night of the NCAA tournament right here on the YouTube, so make sure you subscribe so you're notified every time that happens, but we'll be boots on the ground first and second round. We'll be boots at the ground at both regionals. We will be boots on the ground at the Final Four in Phoenix. So that means not only are you getting the best coverage from home, that means you're getting the best coverage at the arena, talking to the players, asking the questions that need to be asked, giving you the best coverage across the board. It's free. It's easy to sign up. It's the best coverage. So make sure you're tapped in with us here on No Cap Space. It's time for the NCAA tournament, and we cannot wait for you to join us all the way through. We'll talk soon.